morning, everybody.
Hey,
guys.
Hello.
Everything sound okay?
I think sounds great, man.
Awesome.
Webcams are not working correctly. That's okay. At least the radio portion of the program is sounding good.
The important part is what you're saying.
Sounding good?
Yeah.
Question mark. Well, you never know what happens here in the studio over the weekend.
That is true.
You
Maybe
know?
over the weekend is when the camera should be rolling, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, who knows? It's a mystery. I don't even know who's here. I know Anthony's here.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
And that's it, yeah.
Uh-huh. Anthony.
Yes,
I like listening to him, by the way.
I do too, dude.
For those wondering that are watching the webcam right now, it's just a black screen where Jeff and Moon are. It's because they're both naked.
Right.
So once they get their clothes on, we're gonna figure it all out.
Patrico,
it's so big it makes it go dark in here. That's how. Just sucks the light right out of here.
Yeah.
you missed it, Jeff. Patrico threw up.
You did?
Yeah. Remember we were upstairs and I took that medicine? I was like, oh, man, this is disgusting.
Oh, yeah,
It's terrible.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, I took it too close to my other medicine, which there's supposed to be a significant amount of time in between the two.
Yeah.
And usually it's medicine 1 is when I wake up before I leave the house. Medicine 2 right before the show. Well, today, medicine 1, I took when I was in my car in the parking lot. And then I took medicine 2 right now. And they counteracted my stomach, and everybody gets out.
Oh,
So
man.
now what do? Do you have to take both again?
No, I mean, I guess I could wait a little bit and take the other one. The other
This
one's
is
at
all
home,
having to do
so-
with the surgery.
Yeah.
Are you? Is this stuff for recovery, or what is this for?
No, one's my bariatric vitamin, and the other one is my Prilosec.
I don't know what that is. What's
Like
Prilosec is,
It's a-
oh, is that acid
indigestion.
reflux?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
indigestion, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
as I like to say, agita.
Agita. Okay,
So I guess the
gotcha.
combination of the calcium that I'm taking with the vitamin D, that and the bariatric vitamin, all three of those combined in that short of amount of time did not go very well.
I was wondering if it was because you hadn't, had anything in your stomach first, like eat first. Because with
No.
my meds, if I don't eat something first, I do the same thing.
And it's
but
and
obviously not. Huh?
It's funny because that's the first time I've thrown up.
I was just gonna say.
Since
So
it's
how,
Ooh, how'd that
You know
feel?
what?
How
I
was
don't
that?
know.
It's a little awkward.
Are you sure you got the surgery done?
I would think
Oh,
so.
I know what you're going after here.
Are you sure you're just not purging? That's how you're losing weight?
No, I'm pretty
the jig
sure.
is up, pal.
Would you like to see my belly? I could show you the scars.
It's easy to put makeup on.
All right.
Have you ever seen a horror movie? That's not real. He's hired a makeup artist at home to do every day to put wound holes.
I know you probably don't care, but I bet Moon's very proud of me for something I did this weekend.
I'm very proud of you, man.
Go ahead.
I posted a topless photo.
2, in fact.
2 topless
You
photos.
are correct. I don't care.
I knew it.
Now think about that, man. Remember, he wouldn't even be topless.
I know.
I mean, shirtless,
I know.
leading
We're all
his own
proud of you.
shower.
Well, you want to know something that's even funny? Even funnier is I asked Riz if I should do it or not. I'm like, should I even do this? And he's
I mean,
like,
if
hey,
you
man, if
feel-
you're comfortable with it, do it.
I mean, if you've gone an hour without posting something, you need to post
You
something.
have to. I mean, why not?
It's like, you know what it is? It's like
what the hell's that even
proof
mean?
of life. If you don't post something, you post a lot.
Okay.
I'm just saying. It's you text me. You're like, hey, should I post this? I'm like, well, if you're comfortable with it, post it. It's a pretty dramatic thing.
I think it's very dramatic.
60 pounds.
Yeah, 64.
Yeah, you could see it.
Oh yeah.
I'm just busting your balls. Relax.
Well, I mean, you go,
Relax.
you post a lot. I mean,
You do
okay.
post a lot.
I
If I don't see a post from you every hour, I think you're dead. That's why
also
the cops roll by your
incorrect,
house.
but Okay.
They shine a spotlight in. They go, all right, he's all right. Whew, thank God. Hey, you know what? I was up in your neck of the woods yesterday morning. Went to the Cracker Barrel
Yeah.
up in Fallon. I don't remember the last time I was at a Cracker Barrel. It was Sunday after church. What a terrible idea that was.
That's your mistake.
Well, my wife was meeting some people up there for business purposes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm going to meet these people at the Cracker Barrel. I'm like, well, Sunday morning,
They got some food there. Let's do it.
I'm hungry. The kids are hungry. Let's all go. And Sunday, right after church, so it's about 10:30-ish. And it was one of those, and we've all pulled this move. You pull into the parking lot, you tell the wife to jump out of the car to put your name on the list.
Absolutely. You're lucky to even slow down. Just push her out the door.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll. You just keep those legs moving.
Yeah, just tuck and roll.
Just keep your legs moving. We're only going 5 miles an hour. Yeah, right. So she jumps out, gets her name on the list, half hour.
Oof.
Hey, you know what?
It's not bad.
On a Sunday morning at a Cracker Barrel.
Plus, you got all that shopping you can do.
Oh, my God, I forgot. I forgot about waiting in the gift shop.
Get something with Mizzou themed, and get yourself a country music CD,
a nice book,
and some off-brand cookies.
Scotty McCreery CD was on special. And it's jam-packed in that little store. Jam-packed.
Oh, man.
There's no room for anything.
No, there's all kinds of licorice you can get.
All right, I need Chinese checkers, a tiny cast iron pan.
Yep, saw those.
And moccasins. Done.
Yes.
Well, honey, did all my Christmas shopping already. We're good. We're good. And you're in there with kids. And the kids, I want this, 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 I want this. No. You get nothing.
Best thing to do, honestly, if you got 30 minutes or more of a way to Cracker Barrel, is once you've made a loop through the store, just go into the bathroom and sit down. Whether you got to go or not, just sit in there. That's the only quiet spot. It really, honestly.
My son walks up to me, goes, "Can I get this?" It's Gumby. It's it's old Gumby rubber thing. I'm like, "You don't even know who this is." He goes, "I know. I just want it."
All right.
That's awesome.
Gumby. You don't know what this is? Yeah, it's green.
It's green and it's here, and I'm buying it because I'm waiting.
$5. We don't need this. You are never going to play with this, ever. Yeah, I'm going to.
Well, you won't after you see the cartoon.
You didn't like Gumby?
No, of course I did. But you show it to our kids now, and they'll go, what
is this?
What am I doing?
Yeah. Gumby and Pokey.
Pokey, yeah.
And who are the guys with the blocks? Blocks' heads?
I couldn't tell you.
There was Gumby, Pokey, and there was two, periphery characters.
Have you watched like the wacky neighbor next door kind of characters?
Have you watched it recently?
No.
It's so different.
The first time I thought about Gumby in a long time was yesterday.
What the hell?
And the time before that was probably Eddie Murphy on SNL, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it was? We were trying to think of Saturday Night Live theme costumes for the trivia night we did.
Oh, yeah.
For the kids' school. And somebody said, "Why don't you go as Gumby? Like blackface Gumby, like Eddie Murphy."
Oh, the blockheads. J&G?
That's it, the blockheads.
The mischievous troublemakers.
Didn't they have a spinoff? I think there's like a spinoff of just them.
It was like Gumby Goes to Hollywood.
It's Gumby Does Dallas.
Gumby, damn it.
Starring Pokey, right?
Hey.
So, we finally got to have our breakfast at Cracker Barrel. You know what? I mean, really, the only thing there, it's the hash brown casserole.
It's so good.
That's the jam.
I like their biscuits and gravy. Yeah. Did you at least, for your 30 minutes, did you at least get to dine in front of a roaring fireplace, I hope?
No, there was a lantern on the table.
There's no fireplace? Oh, damn. I thought it was going to be cold enough to have the fire.
There was a lantern on the table, and we sat right below a big wooden mallet.
Okay. Ah, Cracker Barrel.
What a beautiful decoration.
Hey, you want something wicker? Okay. They got it, whatever you want. And then you go to check out, and they push these M&Ms. They're like, "You want M&Ms? We have a special on M&Ms. I don't want any M&Ms."
Like at the counter?
Yeah.
They're like, "Everything okay? Would you like some M&Ms?" You know how you can tell I don't want M&Ms? Because I didn't grab some and put them on the counter in front of me. That's one of the ways.
Random. Does it look like I need M&Ms, sir? So that's a never again, by the way, on a Sunday for me.
Really?
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
That's a no.
It wasn't the food. It was the fact that there was a crowd.
That's
or?
a no for me.
Okay.
I'm not in love with the waiting area. The fact that you're inside the store. It's just so crowded. And then there's just so much crap piled in there. Honestly, the food was good.
Yeah.
Somebody says you can look up the recipe for those hash brown casserole from Cracker Barrel at home.
You could also make your own rice-a-roni at home. It's not the same. You could also make your own Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster at home. Not the same.
You don't think so, but I've had some that were homemade that tasted identical to those. They taste identical.
There's something magical that happens.
In the kitchen of a public establishment?
Mm-hmm.
That it's tough to duplicate. I saw a recipe for the Panda Express orange chicken.
No.
That's not the same. It's like. It's not the same though.
In the spirit of.
Yeah, in the spirit of. It's a cover. It's a recipe cover, but just not. It's not the same.
In the end,
Like
it's
sure, I
worth
could hear a band do Enter Sandman. You know, at a bar on a Friday night.
Sure.
It sounds good. But it's not like the real thing. It's not like actually hearing Metallica do it.
They know the notes. They know the lyrics.
They know the intricacies of the song that maybe the cover band wouldn't know. There's like some kind of secret there that only the band knows.
It's the soul of the thing.
It is the soul. Yeah. So if I want to make those cheesy hash browns at home, I'm sure it'll taste good. It's not going to taste the same.
Sherry says Red Lobster sells their own Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. Pretty much the exact same thing.
I know they do, but it's something you can't do it at home.
No, you don't have that little triangle with the little golf pegs in it on your table at home. It's totally different.
Yes, I do.
Hey, listen, if I want to put a hurricane lantern on the kitchen table and maybe out in front of the house put a rocking chair.
With some checkers.
I can do it.
Yeah, the rocking chair's got to be like $5,000.
The rocking chair makes the whole thing.
Yeah. You got to put an old person in the rocking chair outside your home,
okay,
too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So that was Sunday. The adventure of Cracker Barrel.
You also have to, if you're going to put the wooden chair in front of your house, you have to have the one lady that tries to convince her husband every time you do that. I think this would look nice. This would really look nice. And then the husband goes, I don't have $485.
You could buy the whole set. Like you could buy a whole like front porch set.
Yeah.
Everything's for. There's a sign that says everything's for sale.
I honestly think it's cheaper to open up your own Cracker Barrel though than to buy one of those chairs.
Oh, the deals are not great.
I want to buy the sign that says everything's for sale.
I wonder if there's people that just go there every Sunday and just sit on the rocking chairs out front and talk, and then just leave.
I do.
Like instead of buying them, let's just go to the Cracker Barrel in Fenton every Sunday and just hang out and talk. We'll see you here next Sunday.
Okay.
Save you a little cash.
All right. All right, our phone number 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Cameras and chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz on the socials, and RIZZ Show, and your emails, rizshow1057thepoint.com. You know, I saw a lot of activity on social media in regards to wooing at Cardinal games now.
Mm-hmm.
There's some pro woos, and we're talking about the Ric Flair woo. You know what I'm talking about. This. And it was being done at Blues games towards the end of the season. And now it's moved over to Cardinal games. Woo! You know that. And some people love it. And some people do not. And for some reason, our dear Patrico is being blamed for everything.
Well, I remember when he recorded the guy doing the woo thing. I remember that. He started that.
I think it's because I'm a wrestling fan. I worked for the Blues, and it happened at the Blues game.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen some of these. You've seen some of these messages, right?
Of course, I have. My favorite was it was a message from somebody. We literally had 0 mutual followers. Like he didn't follow anybody I followed, and it was like in the middle of a thread from somebody else, and all it said was, "Dear God, Patrico, what have you done?" I'm like, I didn't do anything. They were yelling about it yesterday because it was at the Cincinnati Reds game. And I'm like, I'm at home in St. Peter's.
Yeah, Kevin
not even
writes-
watching the game.
Kevin writes, the woos are in full force at the Cardinals game in Cincy. Mike writes, I think you may have created a monster, Patrico. I'm hearing the woos at the Cardinals-Reds game today. And also at the Cardinal games in St. Louis last week. I mean, do you want to take full credit for it?
I mean,
Do you want that to be your thing? We can make it your thing.
somebody tweeted me and said that Danny Mac was like, I've heard enough of this.
Yeah, he said something like, I got enough of it at Busch Stadium.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. I saw that on Twitter, yeah.
Sorry. I mean, like, listen, I don't want to say I'm the guy behind it, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that I'm mad at anybody for doing it. They're having fun. That's how they want to have fun. They're having fun.
It's a phase. People will tire of it.
My personal opinion is, who cares?
It's like the lambada. Remember that was big for a little while.
At the Blues games and at the Cardinals games.
The
Yeah.
forbidden dance. And then it just went away. Well, Doug Vaughn, he is the sports guy
Listen,
on Channel 4?
I love
KMLV?
I love Doug Vaughn. I truly do. I think he's a treasure. Except for this.
I didn't hear this. You said he did a little monologue
Yeah.
in regards to the
except for
woos.
this.
So this is from Channel 4, right? He's the Channel 4 guy?
He's one of the guys on Channel 4.
All right,
correct.
here's Doug Vaughn on the whole woo thing.
I'll tell you what's bugging me right now.
Woo!
It's that.
Woo!
This Ric Flair woo thing has gone too far. It's kind of funny when he does it,
Woo!
but it's not funny when anybody else does it. Fans at Scott Trade were doing it at the end of the Blues season. And now they're doing it at Cardinal games. They sound like yelp.
Sounds like a car alarm.
They sound like yelping coyotes. How'd you like to sit next to somebody yelping for 3 hours? A walk is okay. A fan catches a foul ball, breaks into the strut. He has every reason to celebrate. He's not driving anybody crazy doing that. But the wooing is different, and it's spreading all over baseball.
What, those cats?
Cats?
I
Yeah.
think those were kids.
Oh, little baby kids.
See what you started, Patrico?
Yeah, that's
awesome.
my bad.
At the Masters, they told golf fans if anybody yelled dilly dilly, they'd be ejected from the course. Is it not possible to tell the woo people the same thing? They could not be any more annoying. I'm fine with the wave. That gets a lot of people involved. The Macarena is kind of fun. The Blues power play dance is nice, but the wooing needs to stop. They give smokers their own area. It's outside of Busch Stadium. Why not do that with the wooers? Put them outside. I mean, way outside, like down by the river. Not actually in the river, but close to it. And then they can just woo to their heart's content.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I was curious what Doug Vaughn was
He
upset
hates
about.
the-
Now
he
I
hates the
know.
woos.
It is a shame people are having fun. I will say that.
That is true.
Hey, one woo is okay, but if you're constantly wooing, there should be a woo limit for a person.
So you are anti-woo. I mean,
No, I'm not anti-woo.
Riz, it will never just be one woo. That's not how that works.
So it's all or nothing on the woos?
Okay.
Like, listen, what happens is
let's-
one person over there woos, and then I woo back, and then he woos back, and then
I'm
we go back
talking
and forth.
individually.
Right, but
individually.
you just missed what I
We
said.
could compromise. It'll be two woos.
That's not how it works, though.
If you're take a step back for a second, okay?
Okay.
And be at a Cardinal game, and the guy next to you just will not shut up. Like, I'm talking every 3 minutes, it's a woo.
Right.
You don't find that? You don't think that'd be annoying?
Sure, that'd be annoying.
That's what he's saying.
Right, but if he wants to have fun, then have fun. I don't. My whole point is this: it's going to happen. Like, it's now a thing. Like, it's going to happen.
Thanks to you.
So, not thanks to me.
I thought we were saying it was you. I thought that was your thing.
If people want to blame me, go ahead, blame me. I don't care.
A guy that's going to do it every 3 minutes, whether it's woo or not, he's gonna yell something every
You know
3
what?
minutes.
You know what it is? It's this guy at the Blues game, okay? And people were like, "Man, this guy next to me at the Blues game won't stop wooing." You know what it is? That's the guy that does this. Shoot! Shoot!
That's what I'm saying.
Hit somebody!
He's going to be yelling something. It's the guy,
But at least
not
it's
the
something
word.
different all the time. It's not just one
It's
word
not one
over and
one
over
thing
and over again.
and over again. One thing over and over again. It gets to be annoying. We got to admit that. I'm not opposed to the wooing.
Mm-mm.
I kind of like it.
I think it's the overwooing that you're worried about.
It's overdoing it, yes. It's overwooing it.
So you think
You're overwooing it.
you should get 15 a month? Just like car horn honks.
Wish I wouldn't have seen Timmy on the sidewalk.
This right here
Timmy?
is the text that like these types of comments make my blood boil. Typical St. Louis, thinking we're the only ones doing it, happening all over the country in different sports. At what point did we say this is St. Louis only? At what point did we say that we are the only ones that have ever done this? Guess what? We're also the only city ever that ever plays whoop. There it is. So, in your face. Like, that's ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Boy, hot button issue, huh?
Yes.
Passionate about the woos, man.
I'm just thinking, all right, how about 3? Everybody gets 3 woos a game. You got to use them.
Okay,
All right,
then first of all,
you gotta
what
use
sport are
them.
you talking about? And second of all, if there is overtime in that sport, do we get another one?
And we've officially decided that Riz will be the woo monitor. So now you have to go to every Cardinals game.
No, it's self-monitoring.
Nope, you have
It's
to monitor
you
the
gotta
woos now.
self-monitor. We live in a civilized society.
So everyone
We
gets
can
3.
police ourselves.
So everyone gets 3 woos. So that's roughly 150,000 woos for one game.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
You don't have to use your woo, and your woos don't roll over to
So
the
you can
bench.
bank, you can't bank
You
woos.
can't stockpile.
It's 3 woos per game. Again, you cannot roll your woos over to another game. That's it.
Oh, Matt brings up a good amendment to that. 3 woos per person, and you buy a round of beers for everyone around you for each additional woo. If you get caught wooing outside of your 3, everybody that basically touches you in your surrounding, they get a round of beers. They get a beer.
Or I think immediate ejection. I think that would be more. I think that'd be better, sir. You've used 1 more woo than you were allotted. It's time to leave.
We have you on the jumbotron.
It's time. It's
Sorry.
time to get out.
Going to Busch Stadium jail. Sorry.
Like, now police have the technology to pick up gunshots from. Like they could pinpoint a gunshot from somewhere using like microphones placed around the city. Using, I don't know, triangulation or something like that. They could develop that kind of technology for the woo, the
so.
in-stadium woo,
Yeah.
where they could figure out,
You get woo data coming in.
pinpointing exactly where it's coming from. And then on your 4th woo, you're out. Now, if we do go to extra innings or overtime, you do get a 4th woo.
Just the one, though.
1. That's it. That's it. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're set to
Yeah.
go.
I think
All
we are
right.
all set.
Got that going. Got that settled early in
Good.
the season.
All right. Good. Then it is so. All right, Jeff, some emails, please.
Yeah, this is from Chris. You guys, speaking of Busch Stadium, remember, was it last year there was a flashing incident at Busch Stadium? The girl flashed and was caught on the
big
big
diamond
screen
vision
thingy there. So Chris was actually part of that group, very good friends with this girl. That was just name dropping, I guess, because then he goes on to say that he's wondering if the only way to win Battle at Busch tickets are on the show during our contest, because he would really love to go get win tickets.
I think there are like $5 tickets available right on the website.
For Battle at Busch?
I believe so. 1057thepoint.com/battle at Busch. Like real cheap tickets.
I guess one of them falls on his birthday, so he really wants to go. That's Chris.
That's I think the first one is next Tuesday, the 24th against the Mets.
Especially discounted tickets for just $5.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, buddy. $5 birthday present for yourself.
Next.
Somebody's calling you out for a fail on Friday for not doing Friday fail stories. They feel bad, or they hope you feel bad because they are hurt.
You know what happened? We had Carter Hutton here on Friday, and the time really got away from us.
Yeah.
So it ran out of time for the fails.
We were
and
good.
my
We
apologies.
were good or gross in it.
Yeah, I mean, we had one of our best rounds of good or gross ever.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I don't, did we post the pictures yet?
They're on the website. Yeah, I'll throw them on social media.
I mean, there's a picture of of Carter like in the garbage can,
Oh,
like
yeah.
basically in the garbage can, and he got destroyed.
Yeah, there was a few instances where I looked at him. He were not smiling.
He got minion farts and puke. And I don't think he realized how bad those were going to be.
No.
But he got two of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
He got two of the worst ones.
And I came in towards the end of that game, and the smell in this room
Oh, it
was
Rank.
awful.
That was me, sorry.
It was
Yes.
Yeah, the amount of people that we've wrangled into believing about these good or gross jelly beans, because so many people are like, okay, you guys are kind of overdoing it a little bit. Oh, no, go ahead and get a
and you guys who
minion
have
fart in
played-
your face.
Yeah, you guys who have played at home know the deal.
Yeah.
They're tough.
Yep.
But, yeah, great time on Friday. And he's always welcome here. And I do hope he stays with the Blues.
Yeah, me too.
I do hope he does. I don't know what the odds of that are, but he's a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
Next.
Brienne here wants everybody to know that the founder on Netflix about the McDonald's coming to be is fascinating. If we haven't talked about it yet,
Oh,
we
saw
should
that,
check
yeah.
it out. Yeah.
Did you see that, Moon? The
Oh, yeah.
founder?
Yeah.
We talked about that.
I know you saw it.
That's
That's Michael Keaton, right?
Michael Keaton is Ray Kroc, the guy who was responsible for making McDonald's what it is. To call him the founder after watching that movie is, I don't think, the right thing.
Now, I don't know the whole story, but would it be like calling Zuckerberg the founder of Facebook?
No, because he actually did.
Zuckerberg did? Or the other guy, Michael Keaton's character? Because I thought Zuckerberg kind of stole the idea from the twins.
Yeah, but Zuckerberg was there at the beginning. Ray Kroc kind of took the idea from the McDonald's brothers who had a place out, and I think it was San Bernardino.
He was the guy that was like, hey, we need to franchise this.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know.
He
You
took
got-
an existing idea and said, "This is legit. We need to make this
And blew it up.
huge." Yeah.
and blew it up.
Zuckerberg was a little more shady about it. Yeah? No?
This Ray Kroc guy was real shady.
I was going to say, I remember you saying that it wasn't all sugar plums and
No,
fairies.
certainly not. Certainly not. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a real good movie. And they use some of Ray Kroc's ideas as far as the, the way they do fast food now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there is somewhat of a comparison with Facebook. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never thought about that before, but there was a general idea in place, and then there was a bunch of improvements, and then that's what caused the growth and subsequent
Yeah, but the
hijacking.
Winklevoss twins got paid out, didn't they?
After a lawsuit.
Yeah, I was going to say, they had to sue, didn't
Maybe
they?
so, but remember those other guys? It did not end as well.
The McDonald's guys did not.
Oh, it didn't?
No. It did not end well. Next.
Tommy here says the same thing about A Quiet Place. Saw it in the movie theater, said it was the best movie he's seen in a movie theater in a very long time.
Wow.
And that's with Krasinski, right? That's the one, John Krasinski from The Office.
Yep. And his wife,
Jim from
Emily,
The Office.
Emily Blunt.
He says it's got a vibe of the movie Hush, and then which was on Netflix, and then a touch of Stranger Things as well.
What is that about?
Yeah, I
So
can't
it's
tell.
a horror movie where if you make a sound in wherever they live, if you make a sound, you are hunted by something. They say like 90% of the movie is silent. There is no dialogue. Like it is mostly all completely silence.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's getting great reviews.
Doesn't sound like a movie with much nudity in it.
What is it rated R?
I heard it did phenomenally well.
Yeah.
Tommy also says Hail Hubbard, by the way, so we appreciate
thank you.
that as always.
Thank you. All right, one more, Jeff.
Gosh darn it, man. I was hoping you'd get to this one because this is interesting as hell. No name on this. First of all, happy birthday, Riz. Advice is very, very much needed. Me and this girl are wanting to go on a date. Been texting and getting to know each other for about a week now. So very, very, very new, but they're about ready to go on a date. She messages me yesterday saying, quote, hey, since we are wanting to get together for dinner, I figured I should tell you something. So he says, yeah, what's the deal? She says, usually this is a deal breaker for most guys. Any idea what this might be?
She's got a kid,
That was my first thought.
or she has some kind of VD.
She
Ooh,
has
that's a
some
good one.
kind of something.
Ooh,
She-
she's not a woman?
Ooh. She got a sugar daddy.
Oh.
Oh.
So he starts thinking to himself, what the hell? Asks if sex is involved with the sugar daddy. She says, no, not anymore.
Oh.
According to her, the description of the sugar daddy is they go out to dinner and they hang out, and in return, he helps her with her bills. And he says, well, at least there isn't sex involved, but the situation
you know
obviously
of.
kind of
Ah.
crazy. Right. And he says he already
Not-
has trouble.
anymore.
Yeah, he has trouble with trust issues with people already.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well.
Nope.
Do not. Danger.
This is what
Danger.
I would do. If you're really into this person, first of all, it's only been a week, so it's not like anybody's in love. Go out with her once or twice or whatever, but then eventually she got to make a choice. Don't you think? I mean, if the
But-
relationship is going
But
to
if
go
she needs
somewhere.
new jeans, she just goes to the sugar daddy and says,
Right.
I need new jeans. And he goes, well, you got to come out to dinner with me.
This may work for some people, but if it was me in the situation, there wouldn't even be talking to until this is gone. Until the sugar daddy situation
Well,
is over.
I don't think we could even move forward after the sugar daddy's gone.
I wonder how
Really?
old she
Like-
is.
If she's single, she could do what she wants. But then when she starts to date me, that is over.
Knowing that in the past, she says she did sleep with the guy, right?
Yeah, she says not anymore.
Not anymore.
When he asked about sex.
So basically, in exchange for gifts, she was sleeping with this guy.
So accepting
But were they
money.
together when they were sleeping together? Like, were they in a quote unquote relationship and then they broke things off? And
And
then
now
just,
she's using this guy just to get stuff.
Hmm.
I think morally, it's terrible.
I wonder what her age is, what her job status is, what her home status is, all those things.
Morally, I think it's pretty reprehensible to kind of string this guy along, is what probably it sounds like.
Right. And I'd also like to know what the
Not
guy's
the emailer,
situation is, too.
not the emailer.
Sure, the girl.
But stringing the sugar daddy along
Mm-hmm.
is probably what's happening. He probably thinks they're together.
The sugar daddy?
Probably.
Yeah. Like, I keep buying her stuff. She's going to have sex with me again.
Mhm.
A couple more Cracker Barrel visits, and it's on.
And at the same time, you go, this guy's such a dummy that is it really wrong to take advantage of this guy? I don't know.
Yeah. I just remember I worked in luxury retail out in LA, and you'd see the sugar daddies all the time come in there with these young gals, and they'd be super old. And I don't think there was any sexual
sex
stuff.
going on?
I just think they
They
Or-
just want a
the,
companionship.
yeah, the
Yeah.
companionship, yeah.
and but they would spend fortunes on these ladies, paying for their houses and $30,000.
I mean, I guess if it makes him happy, I mean,
as long as there's no victim, I guess, right?
but if you ask the guy, the sugar daddy, like, what are you getting out of this? All right, companionship, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're an old guy and you're hanging out with a young chick, maybe that makes you feel young. I don't know.
I guess so, yeah. Makes you feel relevant still. Gives you
But
something to do with your money if you
if
got too much of
you're-
it.
If you're a woman who has a sugar daddy, is that being a prostitute? Yes, or
Yes.
no? At
If
one
there's-
point, she was giving it up to the guy.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore. But you're still taking
See, I
still
think
taking stuff from him. I don't know.
I think as a sugar daddy, I think that they always have that small, tiny blip in the back of their brain that even if it said no sex will be exchanged or anything, that it's going to be exchanged at some point. Like, that's why they keep doing it.
She seems to be a user of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
And I think this chick, especially
Unless
considering
she's really, really hot.
And especially considering the fact that she's like telling this new dude, like, hey, I have the sugar daddy. We used to sleep together. All good. We're not anymore. But he's still buying me stuff. Like, I think she just does not care. Like, she doesn't feel, it doesn't sound like she feels bad about it at all. Like, yeah, I got this guy,
Yeah,
whatever.
There's a lot of people on Twitter saying, run. One guy says it'll be in the back of his mind constantly.
Yeah.
She cannot be trusted.
Right.
She cannot be trusted.
Yeah, I think I may agree with that because from a guy's perspective, if you're the sugar daddy And I'm not saying this thinking is right, but a guy's thinking right is rarely right anyway when it comes to sex. But if you're the sugar daddy and you gave this girl stuff and she used to have sex with you, you know that is always on the table. That door is never closed. You think that at least. I'm not saying
to her it's closed.
Yeah, but to the guy.
To the guy, you're telling me this chance.
Yeah,
hey, maybe
we've done it before.
Maybe if I pay her rent.
Yeah.
For the month, she'll give it up.
Right. She'll be so happy she'll remember the good times when we were naked, and you know what I mean? I mean, a guy thinks that way. Hey, we did it once, we may do it again.
At the same point, you kind of think, you know what? This guy's willing to give up his stuff. Like, how dumb is he?
Yeah.
But he's definitely being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
He's
being taken advantage of, and she's taking advantage of somebody. I'm going to change my answer. Get the hell away from this girl.
That's the best idea.
Yeah. I've now locked in my answer.
Yeah, I'm locked in it, Rob. Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll back that.
Yeah, this sounds wise.
All right. Patrico, run?
Yeah, run like hell.
Run. Although I would like to see a picture of this chick. Honestly. Maybe use her. Can you use her?
I say their dates might be free. Because she just have the sugar daddy pay for the dates with him.
Way to go. Yeah.
Get a car payment or two paid for first, and then get rid of her.
Yeah, have her get you a briefcase as well, some nice new leather shoes, some stuff.
Can you spin it where he's your sugar daddy as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sugar uncle?
Maybe he throws it at the dude one time, then maybe he'll pay for the dude's stuff too.
Sugar uncle.
Sugar uncle.
Sugar stepdaddy. Hey, did you make your car payment? Yeah, man, I got a sugar uncle.
Maybe she could finagle some, Visa gift cards and let him take you out to a nice dinner. Morally wrong, yes, indeed. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, run.
And now, here is today's Mattress Direct Team Riz member of the day.
All right, today's Team Riz member of the day is from Dupo, Illinois, which I hear is lovely this time of year.
It is.
Dupo. It's Joseph Glockner.
Yay, way to go, Joseph.
Joseph Glockner. And by the way, Joseph just got married on Friday.
The 13th.
Friday the 13th, he just got married to a woman named Haley. Congratulations, you two kids.
Oh, wait, update. They're separated. No, I'm joking.
Don't put that on them.
Wow.
He has been listening to the Riz Show for as long as he could remember, and says, your show has helped me through some very hard times in my life. And he says, every segment you guys do is great, but my favorite has to be Freak of the Week. And he says, there's nothing funnier than hearing Mr. Patrico read those ads. And Joseph says, when people ask him what the best thing about St. Louis is, his reply is, tuning into 105.7 The Point and listening to the Riz Show. He must have a head injury. And he says, I'd rock my Team Riz jersey with pride every chance I get. Well, thank you, Joe. Joe from Dupo, the Team Riz member of the day, gets that super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz.
This is the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
All right, 6:46 on this Monday. Your first look at the traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Stupid guy with boobs, acting like he doesn't want us to look. He wants us to look.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, only thing to report, northbound 55 near Broadway, there is debris blocking the left lane. A large tarp is there, so if you want a free tarp, there you go. Yep. Point forecast.
Monday.
Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray, brought to you by Victory Men's Health, the experts in low testosterone, and indeed, victorymenshealth.com. Today, cloudy early and some sunshine late, around 50 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, around 30 for the low, and right now it is 35 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather brought to you by Quick Trip. Get an exclusive pizza deal now at Quick Trip. Order a one-topping, extra-large pizza for $7.99 only on the QT app. Order smart and make today delicious.
All right, Jeff, what do you got for us?
I got 3 deaths in entertainment to talk about. Also, Bieber punches a dude at Coachella, and a bass legend has a book coming out.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays and the porno birthday all next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there.
Oh, the weather's getting nice, and you got to check out Ted's Motorcycle World. I was there just a couple weeks ago. I was actually checking out some of the accessories for a friend of mine that has recently entered the bike world. Now, maybe you're not in the bike world. You're looking to get into it. Maybe you got a bike. You need a new one. Maybe you just need some accessories. Either way, you need the people from Ted's Motorcycle World in your life. Ted's is all about having a fun experience, shopping for a bike, and just continuing to be there and using them as a resource. This is where it's at. It's the people at Ted's. Long-term employees with super knowledge. True motorcycle people. They will be there for you for anything. Call them up. You talk to them. Obviously, their service department is second to none. They're the only dealership in the area to win the Harley-Davidson Silver Bar and Shield Award for great customer service experience 2 years in a row. There's rides that meet up at Ted's almost every Saturday. You got to check out tedshd.com/events. See all the events that are going on. All brands of motorcycles welcome. We're talking burnout friendly. They got bikes starting at $2,500 and up. Not just Harleys either. They got Honda, Can-Am. They got side-by-sides, ATVs. They have it all. But like I said, it's all about the people. Check them out. Check out the events. Find the bike that you want. Get it. tedshd.com.
So when it comes to IT at Acropolis, they do 3 things very well. They protect what you've built, they optimize what you've bought, and then they remove the distraction of IT so you can grow your business. So let's go ahead and break those down real quick. They protect what you've built. I mean, you and your team have spent many years and considerable effort to be as successful as you are today. Their first job is to leverage IT to protect exactly what you've built, and they have an entire team of proactive engineers whose only job it is to make sure the important but frequently urgent tasks, the non-urgent tasks, are completed on a daily basis. They also optimize what you already have. It starts with their thorough onboarding process. That covers every aspect of your IT environment and is revisited yearly to make sure you're all good. And finally, they help you grow. By delegating your IT to Acropolis, you've got peace of mind knowing that you have the resources that'll be free to focus on what your people do best instead of worrying about IT. So give them a call, set things up, let Acropolis take care of your IT problems. AcropolisTech.com is the website. And remember, they're here to protect, to optimize, and to grow your business, and they do so very well. Again, contact them now. Their website, AcropolisTech.com.
All right, on behalf of Zero Res Carpet Care, your house stinks. What, you didn't notice? Of course you didn't notice, because you live there. You're used to the smell. But trust me, the stink is there. You are living with dust mites and dander and allergens and bacteria, all that stuff festers in your carpeting. And you got your kids rolling around on there, your pets. And when was the last time you had your carpets cleaned? Oh, that's what I thought. When you get home, get down on your hands and knees and give your carpet a big ol' sniff. Seriously. It's time to call Zero Res. I mean, they'll take out the pet stains, the kids dropping food on the floor. They take all that stuff out, the coffee spills, and your house will smell fresh and clean, not like a janitor's chemical closet. So call Zero Res today. Ask for the Riz Show special, the spring cleaning special. 3 rooms, Zero Res clean starting at $129. That's right, 3 rooms, Zero Res clean starting at $129. Call 314-474-2020, 314-474-2020, online at ZeroResSTL.com. Zero Res, spelled backward or forward, spells the same. It's Zero Res. All right, welcome back. Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
It's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis's only frozen pizza made with 100% real Provel cheese. 3 deaths in the entertainment world to talk about. Actor R. Lee Ermey died of complications from pneumonia yesterday. Dude was 74 years old.
And we all know
That's the gunny.
R. Lee Ermey. We know him from his most famous role in Saving Silverman as the gym teacher. And from this.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that? Sir! Yes, sir! If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth.
Sir, yes, sir.
Private Joker, why did you join my beloved corps?
Sir, to kill, sir.
So you're a killer?
Sir, yes, sir.
Let me see your war face.
Sir.
You got a war face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face.
Ah!
You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face.
Ah!
You don't scare me. Work on it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Ah, the best. I love that movie.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most people who are big fans of Full Metal Jacket know that he was a drill sergeant in the Marines before he became an actor.
And he was also hired for that movie just as somebody who was a real drill sergeant.
He was a consultant.
To consult on the movie.
Yeah.
And I guess Stanley Kubrick liked the way he had this kind of stream of conscious thing going and just hired him.
Just like put him in front of camera is what you're saying.
And they said most of that stuff is unscripted. That's really him doing it.
Wow. And for all of that, got a Golden Globe nomination as well, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, had himself a pretty nice career.
Did some Toy Story stuff as well. He was in Toy Story. Did the Sarge.
Whenever you needed a
kind
drill
of character.
sergeant, he was the guy. And he did a lot of stuff, I think, for the History Channel.
Yeah, he did some great shows.
SpongeBob SquarePants. He was the warden on there. Mississippi Burning, Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, Fletch Lives. And if you were a fan of the old TV show House, he was Dr. House's dad on there as well. So,
Gotta say, 74 freaks me out, man. That's pretty young.
Pneumonia.
I saw somebody tweet yesterday when he died that said, Arlie Ermey dies at the age of 74. He's also been 74 since he's turned 50. Like he was the guy that
74.
he's the guy you couldn't really tell his
No,
age.
he
How
looks
long ago
like-
was Full Metal Jacket? That was 89?
Full Metal Jacket was 87.
All right, 1987, so over 30 years ago. So that would put him at the age of 40-something.
Yeah.
He looked like he was mid-50s at
He
least,
was like
right?
mid-40s at that point.
Mid-40s, and that's what he looked like. He looked like an old man then.
Yeah.
And that's younger than you, Jeff.
Yeah. Look at how young I look. Woo!
And just older than me.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Also dying was director Milos Forman. He died on Friday, 88. Family says it was after a, quote, short illness. No real specifics behind his death.
Oh, he had some good movies.
Yeah, Academy Awards for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Amadeus.
You ever seen Amadeus? That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. It's a for somebody like me who's not super into movies, that's one you really got to dig your heels
That's
in.
a good
really,
movie.
Nominated for People versus Larry Flint. Also, Man on the Moon was his. Hair, The Fireman's Ball. So he's dead at the age of 88.
If you watch that documentary, I think it's on Netflix, where Jim Carrey becomes Andy Kaufman for that. Milos Forman is in. He's in a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also dying was Art Bell, radio legend. Art Bell died on Friday at the age of 72. He was that guy that had the overnight show that talked about conspiracy theories and UFOs.
I know
and all that
Patrico
stuff.
didn't know about him.
Not a clue.
Did you know about Art Bell?
Definitely an old school guy.
Scott did. King Scott did. Yeah, I used to listen to Art Bell when I was in high school. I mean, he did the overnight show.
Yeah, coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
And was on 500 radio stations.
Yeah. And that's you're not just saying that. It was 500 radio stations. It's ridiculous.
And yeah, he'd have all these conspiracy theory guys on, and it was all about Area 51, and I mean, just some wacky stuff. But man, fascinating.
What was the crop circles? He believed in those as well.
And he'd broadcast from some place in Pahrump, Arizona, I think, or New Mexico.
His original radio station, I believe, is the place where he constantly did the show.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's like in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
He had a radio station in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
And would broadcast to 500 radio stations.
I'll have to see if I still have it, but I bought one of his books. I don't know if he had more than one or not, but I bought a book of his a million years ago.
He retired like 50 times.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time he retired, George Norrie from St. Louis actually still does Coast to Coast.
Yeah. And didn't Art Bell do, he had a short stint on satellite?
Yeah.
I think.
Now he was back on the radio. But here he is, Art Bell talking with Larry King back in the day.
Let's run down some things. You believe aliens have abducted some people on this planet? I believe it's possible. You believe Whitley Strieber? I do. Whitley's a good friend. Crop circles. Undeniable. Doug and Dave with a chain and board? Well, yes, that accounts for some of them. Not 10-acre crop circles with 192 rings. Ghosts? Absolutely. People call about ghosts all the time. They hear them, see them, yes.
I mean, it was some pretty wacky stuff. I don't know if he really believed it or he just put on an act. And
if it's an act, he was always very calm and very, this is how it is.
He was all about the spirit orbs, if you put a camera somewhere.
Yeah, I just looked up some the interesting coast to coast calls, and apparently there was a guy that called in that was the Antichrist, or at least said he was the Antichrist, who also predicted a bunch of stuff that actually happened, like the economic downfall in 2006. He predicted it back in 1998.
What do you say?
Some crazy stuff.
The call's 11 minutes long, but basically, he called it to a T. Almost got it within the month.
Wow. Yeah, it was
Art Bell.
Must listen radio for
as a radio guy. Yeah, I respect Art Bell.
Definitely. They had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction over the weekend. Bon Jovi, Moody Blues, Cars, Dire Straits, Nina Simone, and Sister Rosetta Tharpe all officially are in as of Saturday night. Howard Stern actually came out of hiding and inducted Bon Jovi.
He's been on satellite radio for a while now.
No. I'm saying you just don't see him anywhere. That's all I meant by that.
You know why?
You don't see him out and about. Right. Yeah. No, that wasn't a shot at him at all. I'm just saying he doesn't need to, right?
Guy works 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Is on vacation every other week. Makes about 400, 500 mil a year. Good for him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know if that's how much he makes a year, but
pretty close to that. Somewhere in that range. So here he is inducting Bon Jovi. He took a shot at the founder of rock of the Rolling Stone magazine, of course, and the Rock Hall.
For those of you who don't know, Jan is the man in charge, but I'm not sure why. This guy doesn't play a musical instrument. He doesn't have a band, but he did start a great magazine, Rolling Stone. Yeah. And now it's the size of a pamphlet. What a business plan. Way to go. I read it in about 30 seconds backstage. Now, Jan required years of pondering to decide if this glorious band that sold over 130 million albums should be inducted. What a tough decision. Gee, I don't know if I should let Bon Jovi in. 130 million albums. That's not such a big deal.
Not such a big deal. 130 million albums.
Bon Jovi.
No big deal at all. Who decides who a presenter is? Does the band say, "Hey, would you do this for us?"
Yeah, I actually heard Bon Jovi on with Howard Stern talking about how he asked Howard to.
And the reason why I asked that is Dire Straits was inducted. They had no presenter. Just one of the guys from the band did the honor. I guess that's their choice.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't realize it. Who's presenting you guys today? Oh,
Carl, the keyboardist. Get in there, Carl.
Well, their bassist actually did it, and he did talk about the fact that Mark Knopfler, one of their singers, was not there. And he says, quote, "I can assure you it's just a personal thing. It's for personal reasons. Let's just leave it at that." All right.
Mark Knopfler wasn't there?
Nope. That was the speculation leading up to this, is whether he was going to be there or not. And apparently he decided,
is he with the band anymore?
I don't think so. But I don't know. I'm not up on my Dire Straits trivia, to be honest with you.
You don't get Dire Straits quarterly?
I don't. I had to cancel it. Too much spam. The Cars were inducted by Brandon Flowers from the Killers. Ann Wilson from Heart inducted the Moody Blues and called them, quote, "a kick-ass rock and roll band." They did a new thing this year for the inductions. They actually inducted songs, and they inducted 6 songs.
Which I think this is a good idea.
I do too. I don't know why anybody would have a problem with this.
Because there are songs that do change music. It's not just the bands. It's the song. A song could change history. So what are some of the songs that were inducted?
Let's see. The Twist, Wider Shade of Pale, Louie Louie, Born to Be Wild, So my question to you is, to have a song inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, does that mean you as a band get to be in there, or it's just your song?
Your song.
I think it
just your
should.
song,
I think
song.
one they can be completely separate from each other, right?
I mean, the Kingsmen wrote Louie Louie, right? They really didn't do anything else.
Right. So
what was the other songs?
Whiter Shade of Pale, The
That
Twist,
was,
Born to Be Wild.
Whiter Shade of Pale was who? Is it Procol Harum?
Procol Harum,
Harum?
or however you say it. Yeah.
Harum? Harumph.
Harum.
Yeah, I guess it's more like not. I would say one-hit wonders because, I'm sure plenty of songs have changed. Like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" probably in 10 years, 15 years might be considered one of those game changers.
Yeah.
And they had obviously more than one hit.
Yeah, now I think "Smells Like Teen Spirit" should be in there.
You think so?
Yeah.
What other ones from our era? Because obviously they're working on
What are game changers?
an era before.
I think like "My Name Is" from Eminem.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
sure,
call.
yeah.
Yeah, but Eminem will be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Or
But,
at
But
least
you
should
also
be.
just
put a
talking about
song in.
Yeah.
songs.
I thought you were talking about people that just their song. They don't necessarily deserve to be in, but their song does.
And I'm assuming Steppenwolf is not Hall of Fame.
I have one where it depends. Are we saying anybody that's a musician can get into this?
Well,
Sure.
they are basically.
Psy, Gangnam
Yeah.
Style.
Yeah, I mean,
It was it or
most
is it
downloads,
most
of all
downloaded?
time.
Yeah, most
Or
viewed YouTube video ever.
Yeah, but I think they're talking about. Well, yeah. Shoot, I see. Originally, I thought they were. I understood it as something that kind of changed the face of music, where changed the trajectory
Yeah.
and what people were doing, whether it was Formula
Yeah.
or Radio Attack or whatever it was.
Which
But,
which by the way,
But I guess that one does fall on there.
the Dire Straits thing that was out of protest.
Oh, Knopfler.
So Knopfler didn't show up because he hates the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because he thinks that they were slighted.
Mm-hmm.
Also, his brother was supposed to be there, who is another member of the band, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame took away his travel expenses. So he goes, "Well, I'm not paying for it. I'm not coming." And so, as a band, they decided, since they're not helping us, we're not helping them. We don't want anybody to do that for us.
Walk This Way, Run DMC, Aerosmith should be in.
That's a
As
good one, yeah.
Rap rock
Yeah.
kind of collaboration.
Yep.
I said we could go down a whole list. Next.
Yeah. Will Ferrell is not dead. He was in a pretty bad car accident. He was hospitalized late last week. His SUV was rear-ended. Orange County flipped over, as a matter of fact. He wasn't seriously injured. He was released Friday morning. His longtime driver was behind the wheel. There were two other people in the vehicle as well. The driver and the other passengers were hospitalized. Everybody's in stable condition. And the cops say drugs, alcohol, not a factor on that. So Will Ferrell is okay. Justin Bieber, as I mentioned, punched somebody over the weekend, but it was actually a good thing, a really, really good thing, because he was at a Coachella party hosted by Patrick Schwarzenegger, and Bieber saw a dude assaulting a woman. And not like yelling at her or something, which would be bad enough, but the other guy grabs this girl by the throat and wouldn't let her go. So Bieber came in and punched the dude in the face, put him up against a wall. The woman got away. The guy was kicked out of the party. He was later seen chasing and smacking an SUV as it left the party, thinking it was Bieber's SUV, and it wasn't. So Justin Bieber steps in when somebody's getting assaulted. Wow. Good for him. I know you've been waiting all weekend for me to tell you the cast of next season's Dancing with the Stars Athlete Edition.
Oh, of course.
And the 10 stars.
Who's it going to be?
That Adam Rippon, if I'm saying it right,
figure skater.
Olympics figure skater. Notre Dame basketball star whose name I'm not going to attempt. And she has to get like special dispensation from the NCAA because she is a college athlete. Mm-hmm. They just can't use her in the promos or something to that effect, I believe is what it is. Olympic luger Chris Mazder. Another Olympic snowboarder, Jamie Anderson. Look her up. Former Olympic softball player Jenny Finch. She's going to be dancing.
Anybody else we know? Just who do we know?
How about Johnny Damon?
Oh, okay.
How about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Know that guy.
He'll be the first to go. He can barely walk. Have you seen him lately? Like, there's no way he's going to be able to do this.
You should see him standing back to back with what his partner is. I don't think she comes up to his back pockets, to be honest with it. Yeah. And also, you probably know this name, Tanya Harding.
Yeah, I do.
She's already been eliminated, as a matter of fact. That's how bad she's going to be.
You know what I saw over the weekend? That Andre the Giant thing on HBO.
Yeah, I got to watch that still.
Yeah, it's good. It's like a documentary on Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
I saw all the reviews are like, damn, it's sad.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was people went in thinking that this was going to be like, man, Andre the Giant is a great wrestler and hilarious. And then they're like, wow, dude, he was dark.
Was it just like he was a freak show to everybody?
Yeah, well, everybody laughed at him, and he drank just because he hurt so bad all the time. And
I mean, he'd drink like a case of beer.
Yeah. Wow.
Like when people would get like, a 6-pack, he would drink a case.
Oh, man.
Bottles and bottles of wine. They were telling a story about how he'd drink so much he'd pass out in a hotel lobby and nobody could move him. So they would just leave him there.
Right. Wow. Yeah, I guess wherever he's out cold there until he's up.
7'4", 500 pounds.
Damn.
That's insane.
Insane.
Wow. Did you guys feel the magic over the weekend? Because there was a mini reunion over there at Coachella.
I felt the disturbance.
Did you?
Force, yes.
Sure, Beyonce was on stage, but so was Kelly Rowland, and so was Michelle Williams.
Oh, my God.
And they did a song together, you guys. Ready? Go.
Say my name, no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running. Say my name, say my name.
It's totally live, too.
Ain't calling it baby, while the sun shines. Say my name, no one is around you.
I heard Beyonce's performance at Coachella was just an earth-shattering.
Excuse me, I have to correct you. You mean Beyonce's performance at Baychella?
Oh, I'm sorry, Baychella.
Very
earth-shattering, game-changing thing.
And
life-altering.
Very heavy on female empowerment as well. She said to the crowd, and I quote, and I hope I do this justice, Coachella, thank you for allowing me to be the first black woman to headline. Ain't that about a B word? Huh?
What?
Ain't that about a bitch, I guess is what she's supposed to be saying there.
Okay.
Also, she yelled, ladies, are we smart? Are we strong? Have we had enough?
Guys, did you realize that when she was on stage at Coachella, the earth went the other way?
I didn't know that.
Spun the other direction.
Holy cow.
Just for those 2 hours.
Jay-Z was also there. He did a duet. Meanwhile, Cardi B was there, and you know what? She upstaged Beyonce. You know why? Because she's all pregnant, and she went anyway. Beyonce didn't. And she got out there and did all of her twerking and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. There's your Coachella update.
Little do they know it's actually Beyonce's baby in there.
I did not know that. Sad news about Huey Lewis from Huey Lewis and the News. They're canceling their tour for the rest of the year.
What?
Huey is going deaf. He's got that Meniere's disease. He's got that, and he says it happened about 2.5 months ago. It's just going really, really fast. At first, he really started noticing it in a show in Dallas, and he's got this inner ear disorder, and he says he's going to go off the road for the year, but he will be back. So hopefully he will be back.
Is that like what Brian Johnson from AC/DC had?
I believe so, because it is reversible with the correct treatment, according to what I read up on the thing. So
yeah, years and years of the concerts. That'll do it to you.
Absolutely. And finally, Scar Tissue from Anthony Kiedis. That is a book that you told me about. I borrowed it from you.
Many
I read
years
it and wound up buying my own copy of it. Flea, his bassist, has got a book coming out. 400-page hardcover. It's going to be $28, and it's going to be called Acid for the Children. And he's been talking about doing this for probably 4 or 5 years. It's finally coming out in September the 25th. On TV tonight, ABC's got American Idol. NBC has The Voice.
Crappy birthdays, Gina Carano. She was an MMA chick, and now she's an actress. She's Angel Dust in Deadpool, so check her out. Is it Riz? I think you can pronounce this better than me. I would say it, living in St. Louis, Gerardo, but I know
it's Gerardo.
The man behind Rico Suave is 53. Martin Lawrence, 53. John Cryer is 53. Bill Belichick is 66. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 71.
Good for him.
And today's Burton birthday of the day. He was the main guy between Cool Pope and JP2. He actually resigned from being Pope because of his age. He was the first to resign since 1415. Pope Benedict XVI is 91 years old.
Oh, this Gina Carano chick.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Nice-looking woman.
Yeah, she's cool. She was in one of the Fast and the Furious movies, too. She fought Ronda Rousey, I think, or one of them.
So in Deadpool, she got her head shaved? Is that the girl?
Yeah. She's like the other bad chick, right? She's not the young girl with Colossus. She's the bad.
Oh, yeah, okay. She had the kind of the
She had like the slick back with the the sides were short and slick back.
Yes.
Hey, how old was the Pope that retired?
He's 91 now. He was 85 when he retired.
Wow. That was is that the German guy or the Austrian one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember that.
Yeah, 1415 was the last time a Pope
Dang.
resigned. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Saki St. Germain. Today's birthday girl has been pounding more than a trailer park during a tornado in 435 fine films, including The Dong Show, Volume 4, Dr. Finger's House of Lesbians, Granny's Gone Wild, Backstage Entrance, Volume 2, in a movie called Welcome to My Face. And who can forget her unforgettable role in What's This Lesbian Doing in My Pirate Movie? Saki St. Germain, 58 years old. That is your porno birthday, your crabby birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
All right, don't forget Sexy Time fun facts coming up later on. Sex Toy of the Week. Up after the break, we got some news. In fact, we'll start off with the founder of a famous restaurant in the area has passed away. All right, 7:18. On this Monday, another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Wow, are you stupid?
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Westbound 40, that after Vandevenner, there's an accident there. Other than that, things looking okay. Your point forecast, that from Fox 2's Dave Murray, brought to you by Amco Ranger Pest Control, protecting what matters since 1965. Today, cloudy, some sunshine late and around 50 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, around 30 for the low, and right now it's 35 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by Quick Trip. Get an exclusive pizza deal now at Quick Trip. Order a one-topping extra-large pizza for $7.99 only on the QT app. Order smart and make today delicious. First off, it was a party when myself and Moon were out at the First Community Credit Union in Glen Carbon this weekend. It was absolutely incredible. A little bit about First Community, largest credit union in the area, and they've got the technology of a big bank but offer better rates and personalized service, and these guys are local and growing. So all of their checking accounts are free of monthly fees, and they even have two that reward you in interest or cash back. And many of their locations are within Walmarts and are open 7 days a week. Right now, they want to talk to first-time home buyers about mortgage loans, and this mortgage is designed to meet the needs of first-time home buyers. No origination fees, no closing costs, no private mortgage insurance, no down payment requirements, and no prepayment penalties. Even if you don't qualify for their first-time home buyers, check out First Community Credit Union for any and all of your mortgage needs. They will find the home loan for you. And again, First Community has been around since 1934, and they've got 42 locations in the metro area, including 6 in Illinois. And again, a big thanks to everybody that came out to the Glen Carbon location and celebrated the grand opening with us. Loans subject to credit approval, terms and conditions subject to change without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS ID number 684198. See firstcommunity.com for further details.
You know, going to the dentist could be a stressful thing. So this is why at Foley Dental Group, they go out of their way to make you comfortable. From the moment you walk in the door over there in Maryville, Illinois, even the music you hear, it's not like, polka music or, smooth jazz. It's music you like. That sets your mind at ease immediately. You go sit one of the chairs, a massage chair. You watch some Netflix while they do work on you. Foley Dental Group in Maryville, Illinois. It's not just about being comfortable. Well, I mean, that's a big positive. But, I mean, just great dentists. They are the dentists. And they may have a commitment to doing always what's best for their patients. And the latest and greatest technology, whether it be the 3D x-rays, whether it be the digital tooth scanning, whether it be the Invisalign, whether it be the crowns in a day. No more waiting for a couple days or even weeks to get a crown. Have it done that day at Foley Dental Group. Hey, listen, you may live on the Missouri side of things. It's well worth it. FoleyDentalGroup.com. That's my dentist. FoleyDentalGroup.com. Get all the details. Make an appointment. It's Foley Dental Group in Maryville, Illinois.
The Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
Still having issues with the cameras there, Patrico?
You got it, buddy.
Did we try unplugging them? How about a hard reset?
Tried it all.
Control-Alt-Delete?
We've tried all
That
of
work?
I mean, what we know to do.
I think this is the best I've looked, so let's leave it.
Just a black screen, huh?
Yep.
I guess 2 of the 4 cameras working. That's all right.
I'm trying, man.
Actually, 2 of the 5. That one's down.
2 of the
too.
5. Oh, that one. The overhead's down?
Yeah.
Perfect. I made sure the top of my head looks good this morning, too. That's a shame. A waste. All right, time for some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Club Fitness.
So Richard Seiberg, who founded the Seiberg's restaurant chain with his wife Sally, has passed away.
Oh, I did not know that.
They opened their first restaurant on Gravois 38 years ago. And they now have 8 locations and 2 sister restaurants, and it's become the family business. And he's survived by his wife, 6 children, 22 grandkids, 21 great-grandkids, and 1 great-great-great-grandchild. I'm sorry, it should be 2 greats. 1 great-great-grandchild.
That's sad.
86 years old.
That's sad, but a good long life, looks like. Sounds like.
Successful?
Yeah.
A part of Chesterfield Airport Road was shut down last night after a suspicious package was found. Actually, right next to the Seibergs in Chesterfield, the Fox and Hound.
Yeah.
Right in the parking lot there. So the Chesterfield Police Department tweeted just after 8:30 that the road will be closed between Arnage Boulevard and Public Works Drive. And around 10:30, investigators confirmed the package didn't contain anything harmful, and the road was reopened after crews cleared the scene. Yeah, I saw that tweet last night. But everything's all right. The Major Case Squad was activated after 21-year-old Roosevelt Davis Jr. found dead in the parking lot of the County Line Quick Shop convenience store that's in Cahokia around 1 in the afternoon on Saturday. That's in the 2900 block of Camp Jackson Road. And Roosevelt was shot and killed while waiting for his brother who was inside the store.
Oh, my.
Police released pictures of a silver Pontiac leaving the area of the shooting. Investigators say that the car might belong to a person of interest in the case here. The car has an Illinois temporary tag, and there's a dent on the front passenger door. Anyone with info is asked to contact the sheriff's department. Yeah, I think his mom said that he was just going out to meet a chick, I guess with his brother.
This is the kid that was the big track star?
Yeah.
I saw the story last night.
East St. Louis High School?
Yeah, they interviewed 2 different people. One was his track coach, and the other one, I don't remember seeing who it was, but it was a gentleman, and they both started breaking down.
Very sad. A woman robbed at knife point in the parking lot of the Schnucks in Swansea just before 10 in the morning on Saturday, broad daylight. And Swansea's a decent area, right?
Yes. I guess I'm not familiar with Swansea.
Yeah, I don't know.
A guy held a knife to the woman's side, demanded money. She gave up her cash, gave up her car keys. Robber last seen running southbound from the Schnooks on North Illinois Street. And the Swansea police chief said that it's very unusual for something like this to happen at this particular location. And they're telling people, be aware of your surroundings. And if you see something, call them. And a spokesperson for Schnook said that they are aware of what happened and they are cooperating with the police.
When you've told the story before about being mugged back when you were still in the East Coast.
Mhm.
What was the weapon of choice there? Was it a knife?
It was a knife.
Is that, and I'm not taking anything away from a gun being pointed at your head, but that is very startling to have a knife pointed at you.
Oh, yeah.
So I had one
at
as
your
well
throat?
in high school, and it's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it has to manually be used on you. I don't know what it is.
Well, when
but
you
it's,
feel something sharp up against your throat.
yeah, see, I didn't mind. It didn't touch me. The guy just showed it to me, and that was enough for me.
Oh, no.
But,
No. When you're tackled and you can hear the click of a blade being
oof.
Jeez.
being pulled out. It's something you don't forget.
Yeah.
It's something you don't forget. And you go, okay, here you go. Here's my wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy.
Let me go mug a few people for you if you put the knife
Enjoy
away.
the
I'll
wallet.
just jump onto
Oh, you
your
want
team.
my flip phone too? Go ahead. Have fun with that. Hey, remember, oh, by the way, for this Schnooks robbery, there is a reward for info leading to this guy's capture. Remember last week we told you about that woman who was helping to find somebody's dog in a park and had her car stolen? Here we go again. And this would actually be the third time this has happened to a pet rescue person in less than 2 months. So a woman named Catherine Stanton has been volunteering with this nonprofit in South City called St. Louis City Kitties. And her volunteer route takes her to the houses of elderly people who need extra help caring for their pets and even themselves. So she brings like cat food and toys, and in some cases, toiletries and food for the owners. I mean, this woman seems saintly. So on Saturday, she was parked at the intersection of Texas and Utah. And she had her emergency lights flashing and took 3 bags of supplies from her trunk. It was her third delivery of the day. And she was about 30 feet away from her car, I guess handing this stuff to another person, when a car came down the street, clipped her SUV, and then somebody jumped in her car and took off. And she was driving a black Toyota RAV4, and she did not get a good look at the people who took the car, but that sucks.
Yeah.
No good deed goes unpunished, huh?
All volunteer work.
This would prevent most people from doing anything good.
Well, it just makes you think, don't leave your keys in your car.
There's that.
Because there are dishonest people out there who are willing to, within seconds, you turn your back and they're in your car and gone. See ya. The Pentagon announced on Saturday that American-led strikes against Syria had taken out the, quote, heart of the president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad's chemical weapons program. You see some of those pictures coming out of Syria?
I saw a little bit of video, but not a whole
I mean,
lot.
like kids.
With the babies.
Babies affected by these chemical weapons that...
Oh, that, yeah, absolutely. Ugh.
Chemical weapons from their own country. So the Pentagon announced these strikes against the chemical weapons program in Syria. However, it conceded that the Syrian government most likely retained some ability to again attack its own people with chemical agents. Warplanes and ships from the U.S., Britain, France launched more than 1,000 missiles and 3 chemical weapon storage and research facilities. Boy, I love whenever we do these missile strikes, they always show the missiles being launched off the boats. And damn it looks cool. I just want to hear Danger Zone when I see that kind of stuff. And on Sunday, the president tweeted, "A perfectly executed strike last night Thank you to France and the United Kingdom for their wisdom and the power of their fine military. Could not have had a better result. Mission accomplished. Meanwhile, the Syrian government tweeted a photo of their president strolling into work in a suit and tie as if nothing happened.
As far as he's concerned, nothing did.
Nothing to see here. So a big deal last night was James Comey, the former FBI director. He was on ABC's 2020. And James Comey has a book coming out. So, of course, he's doing the book tour. And he gave his first public interview since being fired by President Trump. And he did not mince words. The main takeaway is that he thinks Trump is unfit for office. Not mentally unfit, but morally unfit.
Is Donald Trump unfit to be president?
Yes, but not in the way I often hear people talk about it. I don't buy the stuff about him being mentally incompetent or early stages of dementia. He strikes me as a person of above average intelligence who's tracking conversations and knows what's going on. I don't think he's medically unfit to be president. I think he's morally unfit to be president. A person who sees moral equivalence in Charlottesville, who talks about and treats women like they're pieces of meat, who lies constantly about matters big and small and insists the American people believe it, that person's not fit to be president of the United States on moral grounds. And that's not a policy statement. Again, I don't care what your views are on guns or immigration or taxes. There's something more important than that that should unite all of us, and that is our president must embody respect and adhere to the values that are at the core of this country, the most important being truth. This president is not able to do that. He is morally unfit to be president.
You hear about this alleged tape of Trump with Russian prostitutes in a hotel years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They call it the PP tape.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what I thought.
Well, Comey goes into some detail about that.
Something that distracted me, because he said, if there's even a 1% chance my wife thinks that's true, that's terrible. And I remember thinking, how could your wife think there's a 1% chance you were with prostitutes peeing on each other in Moscow? I'm a flawed human being, but there's literally zero chance that my wife would think that was true. So what kind of marriage to what kind of man does your wife think there's only a 99% chance you didn't do that? And I said to him, sir, when he started talking about it, I may order you to investigate that. I said, sir, that's up to you, but you want to be careful about that because it might create a narrative that we're investigating you personally. And second, it's very difficult to prove something didn't happen.
Did you believe his denial?
Honestly, never thought these words would come out of my mouth, but I don't know whether the current president of the United States was with prostitutes peeing on each other in Moscow in 2013. It's possible, but I don't know.
That's a bomb. Right?
Yeah.
I'm on a ride
And he describes his first meeting with Trump and said it was pretty weird.
I started to tell him about the allegation was that he had been involved with prostitutes in a hotel in Moscow in 2013 during a visit for the Miss Universe pageant, and that the Russians had filmed the episode. And he interrupted very defensively and started talking about it. Do I look like a guy who needs hookers? And I assumed he was asking that rhetorically. I didn't answer that, and then I just moved on and explained, sir, I'm not saying that we credit this. I'm not saying we believe it. We just thought it very important that you know.
Did you tell him you thought it wasn't true, or you didn't know if it was true or not?
I never said I don't believe it, because I couldn't say one way or another.
How weird was that briefing?
Really weird. It was almost an out-of-body experience for me. I was floating above myself, looking down, saying, you're sitting here briefing the incoming president of the United States about prostitutes in Moscow.
Yeah, and what they were doing to each other. Yeah, it's got to be an awkward conversation.
Got to be a first for him.
You should know that rumor has it, with the rubber sheets and all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, so
that's weird, right?
And just some of the highlights from last night. The James Comey interview on 2020. Former First Lady Barbara Bush is in, quote, failing health and will not seek additional medical treatment following, I guess she's been in the hospital a bunch. So I think it's like end-of-life stuff.
Yeah.
Just to be comfortable. She's 92 years old, and is instead focusing on comfort care at her house in Houston. And the Bush family spokesperson says she is surrounded by family she adores, appreciates the many kind messages, and especially the prayers she has received. And he didn't elaborate as to the nature of her health problems, but she's been treated for decades for Graves' disease, which is a thyroid thing, and had heart surgery back in 2009 for a severe narrowing of her main heart valve. Also hospitalized a year before that for surgery on a perforated ulcer.
Do you think this is one of those cases where once she's gone, the husband will be gone too, like shortly thereafter? Not that he's a spring chicken or anything.
Well,
I'm just
George
saying.
Bush Sr. has not been in great health either.
But you know what I'm saying? I think either way, I think this is one of those couples that they're not going to live without each other.
Yeah, and they've been together since the 30s?
Yeah, real long time.
Like how long they've been married?
A long time. I don't know exact date, but a while.
Yeah, I think since like the late 30s. And they're both in their 90s. And George Sr. has been in a wheelchair for a long time. Does it say?
Not under her Wikipedia, real quick.
Yeah, I'm curious.
1945? Yeah, 45.
Oh, 45, huh?
Yeah. Met at age 16.
How about that? Yeah. So that's sad. All right, just switching gears for a second. We'll get to news after the break. The thing about the spring here in St. Louis, I tell you what, those allergies. The allergies are awful. And if you got contacts and you're rubbing your eyes and you like to be outside, why suffer? Don't suffer through another allergy season with uncomfortable contacts if you don't have to. So call Brenton Vision today and find out your options for better vision. Yes, you could qualify for LASIK, ages 18 to 80 and beyond. And listen, my wife went there a couple weeks ago, got her LASIK procedure done. She couldn't be happier. And before she had her consultation over there, she was like a lot of folks. She didn't think she could have the LASIK. And I went with her. Once we found out that Brenton Vision offers 7 different types of procedures for people 18 to 80 and beyond, I thought, well, maybe there's hope for everybody. I'm so glad we went up there. I'm so glad we called. She couldn't be happier with never having to wear glasses again. It's one of the best decisions that we've ever made as a family. And I cannot recommend Dr. Brenton and his team enough. So do what we did. Call Brenton Vision now, 314-375-2020, 314-375-2020. Find out more and schedule right now online at BrentonVision.com. That's BrentonVision.com. All right, 7:44 on this Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Now, I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we got to work a little today, okay?
You know, Tommy Boy was on, I think, Comedy Central last night. And I was watching it with my son. It's hard to explain that kind of movie to an 8-year-old, like why it's funny. But I think it holds up, man. That movie's still great. Yeah. Patrico coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. There are a couple things to report. There is an accident westbound 40 right after Vandevender. Again, that is just now reported. No lane closures yet. Also, debris in the road northbound 55. That large tarp is still blocking the left lane right there at Broadway. Your point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray, brought to you by Chesterfield Fence and Deck. The very best in fences, decks, patios, and sunrooms. Today, cloudy, and then the sun comes out this afternoon around 50 for the high. Tonight, clear skies around 30 for the low, and right now it's 35 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by Orkin. Every home is unique. That's why Orkin relies on the latest science to get rid of pests. Visit Orkin.com today. Orkin Pest Control, down to a science.
All right, more news next.